Better rebound. Hauser. Oh, that was good check. Pritchard. Roy.
That's a Tommy point for the whole possession.
Absolutely.
All right, the Celtics with a commanding 145-113 win over the Houston Rockets. Tom Giles in for Amina Smith tonight. Got Eddie House. A nice 32-point win for the C's. They shot phenomenally from deep. And Eddie, we talked about it at halftime. Celtics were sitting there with an 11-point lead against Ime Udoka and the Houston Rockets, and how important that third quarter would be. And the Celtics certainly took advantage as that's where they pulled away from Houston in this one.
Huge third quarter for them, plus 15, 43-28. But Jaylen Brown, big-time third quarter, was 7 for 10. And usually we look at him, what he does in the first quarter for the Celtics. He usually is the tone setter. And tonight it was the third quarter. And it doesn't matter. Whatever quarter it is, if it's going to equate to wins like this or equal wins like this, I'm taking it. He was efficient in the third quarter, 21 points, 4 or 5 from 3. And I thought that our defense, we only had 2 turnovers, number one, but I thought that our defense was really, they were locked in, held them to 34% from the field and 25 from 3 in that third quarter. So the ball's moving. Here's another stat I give you, 7 assists on 15 field goals. So that all sounds like Celtics basketball. That's the Celtics basketball that we're used to seeing, that we have grown accustomed to seeing on a night in and night out basis. And it was good to be on the other end of a blowout.
Absolutely. A couple games ago, we were looking at an overtime win over Minnesota. Since then, we've a couple lopsided games here. But Jaylen Brown, you brought him up just in general, just an extremely efficient night for him tonight, for JB. And it was a little bit of everything. 4 of 6 from deep. Sometimes, you're talking about Jason Tatum going 30-plus and having those really efficient nights. JB, though, was really the guy. And as you pointed out, it was him kind of leading the way coming out of the break.
Yeah, and again, most of the time we expect him to come out and set the tone in the first quarter. It didn't happen like that, and he ended up only having 11 points in the first half. But he gives it to you when you need it. The third quarter, that's where he set the tone. If it was getting steals, if it was out there just leading the break, making the right play, getting to the basket, or just taking advantage of a one-on-one matchup that he liked and getting to his spot and elevating up and knocking it down, it was that. But that big-time block, that's the other part of his game that I think has taken a huge step. We all know that he has been able to score the basketball at will and do those type of things, but he has taken the challenge of being one of those premier perimeter defenders, whether it is meeting somebody at the rim, getting a block shot, or just taking a challenge on somebody who is a walk-in bucket like Anthony Edwards, or if it's a SGA, whoever, he's going to take that matchup.
All right, Jaylen Brown. So, again, with a game-high 32 points in this one, and JB standing by with Abby Chin. Let's send it out to Abby at the Garden.
Jaylen Brown, fresh off a jersey exchange with my friend, Ice Cube. I talked to him earlier. JB, tonight, is it as simple as this is what Celtics basketball looks like when you guys get a little rest?
Yeah, I think it felt good to sleep in your own bed and come out and just play some ball that we know how to play. And last game we didn't feel like we were at our best, scheduling. So today we wanted to come out and make sure we stayed undefeated today on our home court.
As usual, you were excellent on both ends tonight. Defensively, put on a show. You trying to make that argument for all defense?
Absolutely. I feel like I've been playing like one of the best defensive kind of years of my career, and I think I can continue to go up and continue to grow. I'm starting to try to make some more plays at the rim because that's what people want to see, but I think I've been really good on defense, but I'm going to keep trying to set the tone for us.
How did that translate into offense for you? 21 points in the third quarter alone.
Just being aggressive. A lot of times that defense kind of gets you going, so getting out and run and in transition, I think when we play like that, we're tough to beat.
JB, finally, I saw you get shoved into Ime, shared a little embrace and a smile. What was it like facing off against him for the first time?
It was great. It was great. I'm glad to see Ime back coaching on the sideline. I'm glad to see a lot of the staff that we spend a lot of time with that are over there in Houston. So I wish those guys the best of luck.
JB, thank you. Congrats.
All right, thank you.
All right, so again, Jaylen Brown with 32 points. Celtics cruising in this one as they win by 32 points. We got Scal joining us now at the Garden. And Scal, just in general, what impressed you most about this win?
Houston's a physical team, and,
historically, I don't think this year as much, but historically, we've struggled a little bit with those teams that are handsy, that jaw a little bit, but no struggles today at all. I just thought we got what we wanted. We played hard. We didn't get sped up, even though we played fast. And just a really good executing win where we really read the game well, especially in that second half.
Yeah, as far as the three ball goes, I mean, this was the second most threes the Celtics have hit this year with 24 of them. Is this just one of those nights, or also they were getting great looks against Houston?
I mean, like, anytime I say, like, we're getting great looks, like, you throw Tatum and Brown out of the equation, like, those guys can make their own looks. But for the rest of the guys, I just thought we read it well. Like, you saw they were blitzing us at the top of the key. You heard me say, you can't do that against us anymore. We're not that team anymore. We will make you pay by moving that basketball with the shooting that we have. So I just thought we read the game really well. And then, you know, it's the law of averages. We were 1 for 16 against Milwaukee in the first half, so we're going to definitely shoot it better tonight.
Yeah, I thought that what they did was move the ball. You know, they had good looks, and but they would pass up a good look to get a great look, or they would take advantage of a matchup that they felt like they had that good matchup. Also, I think the other thing, too, is that when you play really good defense, I thought we played good defense, and everybody was locked in and engaged on that side of the ball. We took care of the ball. That ends up translating to you having good opportunities on the offensive end. And then when it's contagious as Scal, you know this, everything is contagious in hoop. You see guys start missing free throws, that becomes contagious. When you start sharing the basketball and that ball starts hopping around and you see your teammate make a shot, that becomes contagious as well. And I think that's part of what happened as well tonight. Plus, they want to get back on the winning side of things.
Yeah.
And I think what's important, and you hear Joe talked about it when they set the record last home game. You seen Jason Tatum show emotion, and then also what Jaylen Brown just said with Abby was, hey, we want to protect our home court. So that is really important to them. And so when they have that mindset, that's something to me where they're focused on that. Like we're trying to take care of home court every time we get out there.
It seemed like the defense was also contagious at times too. You know, protecting the rim. And I know that you brought it up, Eddie, but Jaylen talked about it. Just his defensive abilities and how far he's come. Scal, what have you seen from Jaylen Brown, particularly in this defense as a whole?
I think he's taken the individual challenge, and I think he can sense that he will be an all-NBA, first-team all-defensive type of player, or there might be enough momentum to have conversations about Defensive Player of the Year. Like Drew Holiday is good, Tatum is good, and you know, like it's a way that you could be selfish in this league. Is I want to be the best defensive player on the team. No, I want to be the best defensive player on the team. So I'm kind of getting the sense that all these guys are taking it upon themselves to raise their level, not to be hey, I'm just a guy that scores 30. No, I want to be one of the better two-way players in the league. And I really think, if you think about two-way guys, Tatum and Brown, they'll be the best two-way guys that you'll find as far as a duo in the NBA.
Yeah, and that's a great point there. You know, that's a selfish way to say I want to be the best defensive player. I love that.